So this Seth the Programmer drama is pretty wild to me. I always kind of knew that he was somewhat of a bad person. I never knew that it was to this extent, to be honest with you. I thought that he just, wasn't the best friend, and he was rude to people that he debated. Just not a courteous person. That's, the extent of what I thought it was. And when Clyde, who was a former friend of Seth, put out a video, I thought that was, the main thing that he was going to be focusing on. Like, oh, I have a bad friend, blah, blah, blah. And I was going to be like, yeah, I agree, but don't really care. I mainly watch Seth for his power scaling and not that. But this is pretty bad. And he went on to Keemstar's show, and he made a bad situation for him even worse. So I'm going to play you a little bit of that.
Like, what are you talking about, bro?
That's not what I was saying.
You are in these Discord servers fucking around with little kids, fucking around with this girl. You emotionally damaged.
He was talking about growing up on the fucking internet. He was talking about growing up on the fucking internet.
Fucking years of
I said the internet was different then.
From you, and you take no accountability. You just keep saying fucking jokes.
Those people I interacted with.
So, as you just saw, it was not a very civil type of interview, which, obviously, and we're going to get into more stuff, but there's just a huge myriad of things that he has done and pretty much not really contested, whether or not he actually did them. He's just like, oh, yeah, I did it. And he apparently was like spazzing out at the end of the call. I'm not going to play that part, but this really sucks as a guy who was watching Seth like all the time. Like, I've watched him for years and years. I'm really big into anime, not as much as I was, but I still like this stuff. And to see somebody like that, do these types of things is just so wild to me. I remember when I made the Cyrus video, and I'd watched Cyrus for a little bit, but it was almost the same story. I kind of just, stepped away from that. And a lot of people who commented brought up the fact that, hey, like, I never would have expected this guy to do something like this. And I feel the exact same way about Seth. Seth is not, the prototypical, like, creep or weirdo or pedo. It's surprising, genuinely. It is really surprising. So I'm going to play a little bit more of the show, just to give you a bit more of a look into what's going on.
Say shit like that just to make him mad. Like when I send messages like I should be able to throat fuck a 4-year-old or whatever, it was literally just like shock value humor because I was like I was growing up. Like, you know what I mean? I didn't, that was it.
Whoa.
Seth, wait, 2 things. 1, Keem, can the chat see what Seth just put in the chat here?
They cannot. What is it?
Yeah.
Have you seen what he said? He's literally putting this in the chat. It's something he said.
Okay.
Yep. You can put it on screen. Go ahead.
All right. So Seth, the one being accused of every crime a YouTuber has ever done, got outed for basically saying what you are reading on screen right now. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
So you made...
And that shit I would say to... Yeah.
You made a very edgy joke.
Yes. And not only that, but I was also a debater, right? So it's a debate argument community. So, and I had videos of me arguing with people on this. But not only is it like for shock value, but it's also to try to like get people to argue with me about it.
Hold up a minute.
I mentioned this earlier in the stream.
Wait. I just want to ask, Seth, I need to know this because it's eating away at my head. Did you make somebody eat poop for Discord mod in your server?
Okay. Now let me... Okay.
Can we hold on?
Now, I already knew about the fact that he had argued about the age of consent. Now, he had said that, hey, this was just me, trying to argue with people, trying to show that, like, you can't beat me in a debate, I'm just that good. And I took him at his word, but with the added context, it definitely looks a lot worse for Seth. The fact that, everything else is coming in, and then you add this on top, it just is stupid. And then the end, where he's asking about the Discord mod, I'm going to say he's guilty. Now, if you know me, you know that I hate just claiming, oh yeah, this guy's guilty. But this guy's guilty. Like, he did it, and he's not even denying it. He just heard that and was like, this is so funny. You know, I made a guy do disgusting stuff because I thought it would be chill. And there's just no remorse. And I saw a comment talking about, oh, he's never, gonna have to face any real repercussions. And it's true. He makes like 6 figures per month from YouTube. His career is done, but he's probably set for life. I don't think if he were to make smart money decisions, he'll never have to work again. And it's unfortunate to see somebody just get off. Now it'll be interesting to see, how many people milk this situation to death. I really just want this to be my last and final video about this guy. I hope to never speak of him again, because this is just so wild to me to see somebody that, like, I was a huge fan of Seth. Like, me and my little brother, literally, like, we would sit there and watch his videos together, like, all the time. Like, we tell each other, like, oh, a new Seth video came out. Oh, a new Swag Kage video came out. So this is, like, something that was, like, really important to me. Him as a person, like, watching his videos, I was just, like, so engrossed with them. Just seeing somebody transform this medium that I thought was, somewhat simple into this thing where you could, like, calculate how hard they hit and do all these things that I just didn't know were possible from what you were just seeing on the screen. And to see him turn out to be this horrible person is really A, sickening, and B, just disheartening. It just truly is unfortunate to see. It's the people you least expect a lot of the time. So I'm gonna end off here. This was pretty short, but I just don't want to talk about this anymore. Thank you guys for watching. I really and truly appreciate it. Goodbye.